Okay guys, so this is Sofia in Bulgaria, the capital of Bulgaria. So I'm not in this building but the one next to it. So it's the first morning here. I've got up. It was stinking hot day yesterday. Came in on the train from Bucharest. It was 40 degrees yesterday temperature wise, and on the street that was like, and in the train it was, seriously, I swore it was like 50 degrees. It was absolutely stinking hot in the train, no aircon, sweating like crazy yesterday. So yeah, it's a nice breeze this morning. It's about 27, but not that humid. Didn't sleep that well last night in the Airbnb because the air conditioning wasn't that effective. There was an aircon in the living room, but yeah, it didn't really get into the bedroom. And after a stinking hot day like that, yeah. But anyway, it's nice this morning, beautiful day. This is one of the main streets down the centre of, heading toward the centre of Sofia. It's just a little bit out, but this is the Sofia Mall. And yeah, so I'm going to go grab a coffee. I'm just waiting for the hire car to turn up, and once that does, then start the driving adventure. But yeah, so nice so far. It's nice, clean. Sort of trams running through here, so public transport it's good. And yeah, then I'll head off and go for a drive. So I'm going to go and grab a coffee now, and once I've had my coffee, wait for this hire car to turn up. They said it'll be about 20 minutes, so once that's done, all good. Wow, looks good. Ketchup, perfect. Oh, looks very good, and it's crispy too. Yeah, it's like no, nice. Okay, my friend. Okay, guys. Good morning from Sofia Sofia in Bulgaria. So in the capital of Bulgaria at the moment. And this is my first experience driving today. So yeah, interesting. Like I said, first experience driving. New city, new streets, new roads, new everything. New pedestrians. So I stayed just here on 32 on the right here last night, but so I'm coming back because I just want to go have a look at the mall, get my bearings, get another coffee, and then go out for a drive somewhere. So I've got to park in here, so I don't know where to park. Hello, my friend. How are you?
Hola.
Good. You're good. Da? Okay. Alright guys, heading off, trying to find my hotel now. So still driving in Sofia in Bulgaria. Ciao. Alright, excuse the navigator guys, because yeah, like I said, this is Bulgaria, Sofia, and I got no idea about the city, so just driving at the moment like I do in most new places and just exploring. And yeah, look, I hope that I've had an issue with some of these cars which have got these really big the big vents up the front as well, so I'll try and turn the fan down a bit, but yeah, I don't want to boil by the same token, because man, it was stinking hot yesterday, and I think today will be the same actually, so not quite as bad. But yesterday, coming in on a train from Bucharest yesterday, wow man, that train, I will tell you, that is the, you know, I've been on a lot of train rides and I love going on trains and things like that, but that I can honestly say is the train ride from hell, and the worst train ride I've ever been on in my life in terms of comfort, and purely to do with the heat. That was just the train from Bucharest to a place called Russe, which is just over the border into Bulgaria after you cross over the Danube. Air conditioned, beautiful, not a problem at all. But the train from Russe to Sofia, which is about 6 hours, and it was late, man, no air conditioning, windows that didn't really open all the way, and wow, it was hot, man. It was sitting in there just stinking, boiling, like it was literally like being in an oven, dripping sweat. So yeah, just sorry guys, just stopping talking for a sec to concentrate, because so this is a pretty new environment for me. Wow, that's a big imposing looking building up there, straight ahead.
In 400 meters, slight right.
Slight right, okay, so I guess I better get in the right.
Slight right.
Wow. That's, yeah, like I said, that's a really big sort of imposing old building, that one. I don't know what it is.
In 600 meters, turn right.
600 meters, turn right, okay. So I guess I'll stay in this lane. I could be wrong, but I would say Bulgaria is one of those places that sort of retains a bit more of its heritage than, or its communist its legacy, I should say, not its heritage, but its legacy, its communist legacy. I think it retains a bit more in terms of architecture and monuments and things like that than some places. You know, obviously Belarus is really like that. You know, it hasn't really taken anything down. And if you go to Transnistria, so which is, you know, sort of part of Moldova but not part of Moldova, they're the same. yeah, just driving along here. I'm not sure how much you're seeing on the camera. I'll just let this run, but yeah, some really, really nice architecture. Beautiful paving stone roads here. I mean, they're not absolute pain if you're dragging your suitcase along or something on these cobblestones, but they just lend a sort of character to a place, you know. They're
Turn right. Then your destination will be on the left.
okay. All right. Well, that was pretty painless, and this actually looks like a really nice. So it looks like a nice area around here. Nice park there. Yeah, that'll be me for a little bit. Head over, sit in the park, see if I can find another coffee. Looks like there's a few good, nice looking terraces around here.
Your destination is on the left.
Destination on the left. Okay, so where can I park around here? Allowed to park here? Not allowed to park here? Don't know. I don't know if this is a parking spot or not. Where is it? I don't think I am allowed to park here actually. I don't know what that sign says, but it's not looking particularly good. I don't know if that means 1 hour or no parking at all. Alright guys, this is a bit of a novelty. It's my first time driving a car into a car elevator. I must say it's a first in my life, so I don't know if it's moving at the moment. Maybe car elevators just go very, very slow because they're carrying a big weight, but hold on, let me push the button again just to make sure we are moving. Oh yeah, we are. It says not -3 going down. Wow. Hey, look at that, eh? Like I said, I've never ever driven in a car elevator before, and now I've got to find parking spot for MSCT04. Wow. Oh, I tell you what, man, you wouldn't want to be driving a fucking SUV or something in here, anything fucking much bigger than what I'm driving at the moment. I actually don't mind parking. Let me just tuck this mirror in. See if this is a folding mirror. Yep, it is. Cool. I actually don't mind parking when there's a pillar right next to the driver's door like this, because it separates you from the other side. Guys, nice little park here, sort of fairly central area, right on the sort of the periphery of the centre of Sofia. Yeah, it's a nice day, nice summer's day today. Sun's out, sky's blue. It's not as hot as yesterday. Yesterday we had about 40 degrees, and coming in on the train from Romania yesterday was just stinking hot, but today it's actually, it's still warm, but it's not as humid, and yeah, it's just a nice summer's day today, and people are out wandering around the parks having a beer. So I just had a beer myself, an Indian pale ale, which was I don't know if it was like a Bulgarian sort of Indian pale ale, but so yeah, I was down in, there's a little bar area down on the corner just there, so I had a beer down there. Yeah, it wasn't the best, and that boutique hotel behind is where I'm staying, so I was in an Airbnb last night, but the air conditioning wasn't working too well, so decided not to stay there for another night. But yeah, I'll go out driving in a sec. I didn't want to have another beer because I want to go for a drive and have a look around, but I need to get something to eat. This is my hotel room in Sofia, in Bulgaria. It's called the Central Point Hotel Boutique. That's the address. Look, I'd highly recommend it. It's very, very well located. It's got a lot of very nice restaurants and things around it. It's very central to a lot of classic architecture and things. It's also got it's got a spa centre as well, with on-site masseuses and different spas. It's got a dedicated spa centre downstairs which you get access to, but then you've got all the paid spa activities if you want them, pay extra. So yeah, it's a great little hotel, you know, probably 3-star, you know, it's just all you need. Very nice and clean, minimalist, but you know, that's what I like. I don't like really extravagant. Perfect view from this room. This is I think the deluxe double. So TV, little fridge, little table to work at, and surprisingly, it's one of the first places I've got that actually got a pair of hotel slippers that fit my feet, my big feet, because it's something I tend to find hard to find, and sort of themed glass, but this is sort of like stencils, stick-ons to the glass, and then this is the bathroom, and nice big shower cabinet, which I've got to have when I have a shower staying away from home. My two pet hates are crappy showers when you're staying in hotels that don't have big shower heads and tiny cabinets. So this is absolutely spot on and perfect. Second pet hate is places that advertise toiletries but don't give any. So this place had bars of soap, shower gel, shampoo, and like I said, big shower cabinet, nice big shower head. And from this room, some of them have got an inner courtyard view, but this one is got a great view out onto the park just out here. I think it's the Lebanese embassy just next door, or the Iranian embassy, I think, just next door. But yeah, nice park. There's a bar right on the corner down here. So I went there, had a nice beer outside. Might go and have another one tonight. That I take everywhere with me. My little bear and my minion. So my bear carrying his love heart on his arm. So given to me by my partner, so I carry him everywhere. They come along and they're like my little lifelong friends, so they go everywhere with me, and I make sure that they're always getting a view. So they're out watching the park at the moment.